Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video, we're going to be discussing a bunch of new things on the alpha server. So if you guys don't already know, the alpha server actually opened a little bit earlier today. And with this came the new Blaze Slayer. Now, so far, the Blaze Slayer is up to tier 4 and it's actually extremely difficult. So far, all the information that I have is from level 2 Blaze Slayer and only up to the tier 2 Blaze Slayer. As far as I know, no one is even able to kill the tier 3 Blaze Slayer yet. Now, the Slayer is called the Infernal Demon Lord, and it is a pretty cool name if you ask me. But in today's video, we're just going to be covering everything that has to do with the Blaze Slayer. Alright, so first, the gap from the tier 1 to the tier 2 is actually very, very huge. As you can see on screen now, the tier 1 Blaze Slayer is extremely easy to kill. There's this common pattern, at least with the tier 1 and the tier 2, that you lower the blaze up to a certain point and then it spawns its little mini bosses and disappears. Then you kill these mini bosses, which are very easy to kill and don't do much damage, and then the blaze comes back and then you have to kill him. Now, I wasn't actually able to kill the tier 2 boss, but I'm assuming it works exactly like the tier 1 boss. So as you can see here, the tier 1 boss was extremely easy and I basically one-shotted everything that had to do with it. As you can see, I just hit it once and it spawned its minis, and then I one-tapped its minis, and then it came back and I one-tapped it. There's also a few areas to actually farm these blazes. So the first area to farm these blazes is just to the left of the spawn, and there's a lot of people there, and the blazes have lower HP and give less combat XP. There's also a bunch of blazes with 5 million HP in the opal area, and these actually do a ton of damage, but they do give more XP. Now, the reward from getting level 1 Blaze Slayer is actually this new pet. Now, this new pet is called the Wisp pet, and boy, oh boy, it is very, very, very expensive. So if you look at the Wisp pet, the actual thing other than the egg in the middle to craft it is very simple. It's just a base Slayer drop. Getting 8 of these is extremely easy, and you can literally get this from killing like 3 tier 1 bosses. But then we get to the egg in the middle. So to craft this currently, you actually need a grand total of 141 super enchanted eggs. This comes out to about 85 million coins currently. That's actually insane. Paying 85 million coins for just a little egg to craft a uncommon pet. Now, the way this pet works is kind of unknown. It says that you have to feed it, and there are items that you feed it to level it up. For example, this item right here, the Hypergolic Gabool, all it says is feed Wisp pets or craft into strong Inferno minion fuel. Not actually sure how you obtain this. I just saw this screenshot somewhere. So it's kind of funny, but currently while recording this video, I'm actually also on the alpha server, and I actually just found someone that has the Wisp pet. He said that he has absolutely no idea how to level it up, but he just kind of had a bunch of eggs laying around, so he ended up making it. So yeah, so far the only way to actually level up this Wisp pet is by feeding it, and we don't really know what to feed it. Okay, but now let's actually go into what the Wisp pet does. So first of all, we don't know what it gives at level 100, but we can kind of make some estimates. So first of all, it gives health, and I'm assuming that a level 100 one gives 100 health, as a level 1 one gives 1 health. It also lets you break fire pillars. Now, we'll get into what fire pillars are in a second. It also gives you a bulwark ability. What this ability does is kill blazes to gain defense against them and demons. Bonus and then defense, and it also gives true defense. So it seems to give 3 true defense every 100 blazes you kill and 30 defense every 100 blazes you kill. It's also quite interesting because this is the first pet that you can actually kind of level up in the game. And then its last ability is Blaze Slayer, and you gain 30% more combat XP from blazes at level 100. This is pretty obvious because it's just like the Enderman pet or the Tarantula pet or the Wolf pet or all those other leveling pets. So yeah, overall, quite a solid pet. I feel like this pet is going to be extremely useful when the update comes out. Now, there are also daggers. You unlock these daggers when you hit level 2 Blaze Slayer. Now, I'm assuming it's going to be higher level daggers, but these are the daggers that we know of so far. So there are 2 daggers, the Fire Dust Dagger, and then the better version of the dagger, which is the Twilight Dagger. I don't want to get too in-depth on daggers in these videos, but basically they're a lot better for the bosses. You guys could look at the stats now. I'll put them on screen for a second. Okay, now finally, let's talk about the tier 2 boss. So like I said, the tier 2 boss is quite similar to the tier 1 boss. The only difference is that the tier 2 boss has 10 million HP, but it also takes a lot less damage. As you can see right now, my giant sword is only dealing about 120,000 damage, which is kind of nothing for a giant sword. So the estimate is that the defense of this mob is extremely high. Like I said before, once you get it low enough to the halfway point, it actually spawns in its mini bosses. And again, even for the tier 2, the mini bosses don't do much damage. The actual boss though does a lot of damage. But then at some point, it deals true damage and it actually insta-killed me. As you can see on screen now, it did 2.7 million true damage. And as you can see, it also showed that the fire pillar did the true damage to me. So this makes sense because the droplet wisp pet actually does something that apparently breaks the fire pillar. So I'm assuming you need the droplet wish in order to actually kill the boss. But yeah, up to this point, that's basically the quick rundown of it. I don't want to get too in-depth in this video. I just wanted to give a base idea on some of the new items and how SLAYER works. I've heard that a tier 3 boss was also killed, but that was apparently through some exploits. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. Also, make sure to comment down below what you guys think of the new SLAYER. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.